Good morning, Mr. Wright. My name's Josh and I'll be conducting a health check and a service on your XC40 today. To begin with, around at the near side front of the vehicle, this tyre is measuring at 3.5 millimetres at the lowest point, There's no cuts or gouges to the tyre, it does appear to be in good condition. Coming around onto the brake pads on the near side front, measuring at 8 millimetres. The discs are beginning to lip, however there's nothing to be concerned about with the pads at this measurement. Suspension components and mounts on the near side front are all intact and operating as they should be. No excessive movement in any of the bushes or the mounts, springs intact, shock absorbers not leaking. Coming across, engine and the gearbox both nice and dry. We have just got your oil and your filter just draining out there, so don't be concerned, there's no leaks that I've found. Coming around onto the offside front suspension components and mounts, and again everything's intact and operating as it should be, or as you'd expect. Around onto the offside front tyre, this tyre is measuring at 3.5 millimetres, and that's at the lowest point. No cuts or gouges to the tyre. Coming down the centre of the vehicle, the exhaust is nice and secure, and there's no leaks down towards the rear axle. And just above your exhaust, you've got your prop shaft, which is intact and operating as it should, retaining its grease with bearings intact. Down to the rear differential, nice and dry. No real further investigation required. Drive shafts are intact on the rear, springs and shock absorbers also, and this applies to both sides. Nothing really to mention. Coming round onto the near side rear tyre. The near side rear tyre is on 4.3 millimetres, so no cuts or gouges. Handbrake is on. There's nothing penetrating the tread or any punctures that you should be aware of. Coming round into the brake pads on the near side rear, measuring at 5 millimetres on the rear brake pads, and the discs are slightly lipped. Coming across the axle to the offside rear tyre is measuring at 4.1 millimetres, and that's at the lowest point. No cuts or gouges to the tyre itself. Finally, coming round into the brake pads on the near side of the offside rear, are measuring at 5 millimetres, so you get a nice even wear across the rear pads. And that concludes the vehicle health checks. There's nothing really to report that requires remedy or any further action at this minute. There are a couple of things to be aware of with like tread depth and stuff like that, but I'll pass all the information onto the service advisor and he'll be in touch. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a nice day.